South Korea's legal framework for data protection is not limited to the PIPA and CIA. It also includes sector-specific laws and regulations, such as the Medical Service Act for personal medical information and the Use and Protection of Credit Information Act for financial information. These laws work in tandem to ensure a cohesive data protection regime that covers various facets of personal and sensitive information. The primary regulatory body for data protection in South Korea is the Personal Information Protection Commission, PIPC, which oversees the enforcement of PIPA and other related laws. The PIPC has been granted increased authority to investigate and enforce data protection laws, highlighting the government's commitment to protecting individuals' privacy. Definition of personal data. Under PIPA, personal information refers to data about a living individual that identifies the individual by full name, resident registration number, image, etc., or information that could identify the individual when combined with other data. The ease of combining such information to identify an individual is considered based on the time, cost, technology, etc. used. Security measures. PIPA mandates every personal data controller to implement both technical and administrative measures to prevent the loss, theft, leakage, alteration or destruction of personal information. These measures are prescribed in detail by subordinate regulations and include establishing an internal control plan, access control systems, encryption for safe storage and transmission, and antivirus protections. Breach notification. In the event of a personal information breach, the data controller must notify the affected data subjects within 72 hours upon awareness. If the breach involves more than 1,000 data subjects, sensitive information or unique identification information, or if the data was leaked through unauthorized external access, the controller must also report to the regulator within the same time frame. Regulatory reporting is not required if the controller can significantly mitigate potential harm to the affected subjects, such as by retrieving or deleting the compromised data. Enforcement and penalties. Violations of PIPA may lead to corrective orders, administrative fines up to KRW 30 million, or in cases of unauthorized third-party data transfers without consent, criminal sanctions including imprisonment up to 5 years or fines up to KRW 50 million for data breaches resulting from a controller's intentional act or negligence. Punitive damages up to 5 times the actual damages may be imposed. Online privacy and marketing. The handling of cookies, logs, IP information and location data may fall under the regulation of PIPA if combined with other information they could identify a person. The Act on the Protection, Use, etc. of Location Information (LBS Act) requires prior consent for collecting, using or providing location information of a person or mobile object with specific exemptions outlined under the law. Consent and personal data collection. A cornerstone of PIPA is the requirement for consent for the collection and use of personal data. Data controllers must obtain explicit consent from individuals before collecting, processing, or using their personal information. This consent must be informed, meaning that data subjects are made fully aware of what information is being collected, for what purpose, how it will be used, and to whom it may be disclosed. Data subject rights. PIPA grants various rights to data subjects to ensure they have control over their personal information. These rights include the right to request access to their personal data, the right to request corrections or deletions of inaccurate data, and the right to withdraw consent at any time. These provisions empower individuals to have a say in how their personal information is handled and protected. Cross-border data transfers. The transfer of personal data outside of South Korea is subject to stringent requirements under PIPA. Data controllers must ensure that the receiving country has an adequate level of data protection comparable to South Korea's standards. Additionally, they must obtain consent from the data subjects for such transfers, clearly informing them of the purpose of the transfer, the recipient's information, and the information being transferred. Real-life case, Nth Room incident. A notable real-life case that tested South Korea's data protection laws was the Nth Room scandal, an online sexual exploitation case involving the distribution of sexually explicit content of victims blackmailed into providing personal videos and images. The case highlighted significant issues in digital privacy and the need for stronger enforcement of data protection laws. The authorities' response to the Nth Room scandal involved a comprehensive investigation utilizing digital forensic techniques to trace the digital footprints of the perpetrators and rescue the victims. This case led to public outcry and calls for stricter online privacy protections and harsher penalties for violations of data protection laws. The Nth Room scandal is a stark reminder of the challenges in protecting personal information in the digital age. It underscores the importance of robust legal frameworks like PIPA, which provide the foundation for protecting individuals' privacy rights while navigating the complexities of technology and online platforms. Conclusion: South Korea's privacy laws and regulations, particularly with the comprehensive coverage and stringent requirements of the PIPA, position the country as a leader in data protection in the Asia-Pacific region. The continuous evolution of these laws in response to technological advancements and societal demands reflects a proactive approach to privacy that aims to balance the benefits of the digital age with the fundamental rights of individuals. The Nth Room incident serves as a critical case study in the effectiveness and challenges of enforcing these laws, highlighting the ongoing need for vigilance, enforcement, and public awareness in the protection of personal data.